Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We're back. We're back for more roller derby. We are back for the last game of day one of Five Nations roller derby playoffs. It's been a day, hasn't it?
It's been a long, hot, sweaty. I've been back to the hotel, had a cold shower. It doesn't feel like I've done anything.
Oh, God, my hotel's too far away. But we have got one last game for you today, and it is Crash Test Brummies up against Manchester Chaos Engine. And skating in black with yellow accents.
Indeed.
Yes, it is black with yellow accents, not the other way around. We've got Crash Test Brummies. We've got number 11 Herbs, number 13 Doom, number 1471 Matt Demon, number 16 Harkness, number 1776 Red, White and Bruise, number 235 Clem Slam Dango, number 2618 Zach the Ripper, number 31 Smacks, number 418 Biggs, number 451 Thembo Party Killer, number 78 George Dawes, number 88 Dancing Diamond, and number 1556 Darth Tato.
And in white we have Manchester Chaos Engine, and they are 023 Assault and Pepper, 095 Java Shocker, 14 Sausage Roller, 16 Mental Block, 450 Iwaki Horror, 7105 Serial Killer, 73 Mobius Trip, 773 Rolling for Soup, 817 Keith Ramparts, 81 Josie Jet, 883 Damn It Granite. There's a couple of Rocky Horror references here. 35 Barbell, 242 Sleaze, and 797 Maxipillion. And we have a special message for number 69 Wildcard. Your teammates have drawn your number on your leg in tribute to you as you apparently broke yourself in a week. What did you do that for, Rich? I was looking forward to seeing you, man. And Brummies sent their love as well. Herbs especially wanted to shout out to you. Hope to send his healing vibes through the ether. So hopefully, you'll be fixed and ready to go for tomorrow. But we'll see. So yeah, 32 seconds left to go, and in the second men's semi-final course, I believe the Inhuman League won their game earlier.
They did. It was a much closer game than I think anyone was expecting from those two teams.
It was a low-scoring game, really.
Yeah. Considering, what everyone was expecting from it, it was a bit of a shocker.
A Java shocker, in fact. So yeah, who will join the Inhuman League in the final? Let's see, Chaos Engine. We're in the same tier group, whatever we want to call them. Division, that's the right word. Yeah, they were in the same division as Chaos. Not Chaos, they are Chaos. Inhuman League.
This is going to be chaos.
It will be, yeah. My brain is fried. And I've only done 2 games today. I've got Stormy to my right, who's not only done 3 games, but she's also produced roughly 70 games today. She's getting her own back on. I was eating cheese and onion crisps next to her, really. So, okay, thank you. I hope you're picking that up on a mic. Can you hear that? Yeah, okay.
Give you some good ASMR while we wait for this first jam.
This is my first time ever doing a stream, to be honest.
This isn't your first time doing stream, is it?
It is my first time, yeah.
Stop it.
Probably my last time as well.
So Liam Neeson's first ever time on stream.
Yep. Shout out to anyone at home who knows me. Love you, Rich.
Everyone knows you.
Everyone at least knows of me. I have had that when I've walked in, so I said, you're Liam Neeson. Oh dear.
Oh, it's you.
Anyway, who's up jamming so far? I don't recognise anyone from this distance. Oh, so it's Matt Demon for Brummies. That's very considerate of him to have his number on his chest there, so I can actually see it. Do we pronounce it Matt Demon? And I can't quite see the arms of the... Oh, it's Mobius Trip. That's what Stormy tells me, and we've discussed being confidently wrong earlier on when we did the Wiltshire London Battersea game. That was a surprising result, that one, wasn't it? Obviously, I know Wiltshire are a good team. I just wasn't expecting that result. And away we go, and it is Well, it's definitely Mobius trip, and he's taking a Mobius trip to the penalty box.
Beat me to it, damn it.
I'm so sorry.
So Matt Damon jamming for Crash Test Brummies, and lead jammer, making the way out the pack very, very quickly. No pack being called, allowing Matt Damon to pick up those first 4 points with relative ease.
That's got to be one of the quickest power jams ever. I mean, you don't really get a quicker power jam but 1 second, really, so it's got to be a joint quickest power jam ever in the history of roller derby. Of course, Mobius trip back on track now, coming up against Herbs and Smacks. Smacks sends and Piazza. Smacks obviously the strongest woman in Europe at the moment, and England, and soon to be Britain, and maybe one day the world. I skated against Smacks at Louise Ryder in 2018, I think it was, and I hit her and she said to me, "Oh, you're stronger than you look." I doubt she'll say that to me if I do that again. So yeah, Smacks could easily bench press me. Great, so 16-0 to Crash Test Brummies so far. And now Matt Damon is going to the penalty box himself. So we've had 2 power jams in this opening exchange. So it will go the full 2 minutes.
Less than 2 minutes and two jammer penalties. What's going on?
It's too hot to have full 2-minute jams. Come on, people. Red, white, and bruise gets a cut track. So we have not only a power jam against the Brummies, but they have 2 blockers in the box. And that's how we'll start the second jam. So, I mean, although they're trailing by 11 points, that is the ideal start of the second jam for Chaos Engine.
It's a very, very busy first jam. 8 points to Manchester Chaos Engine, 19 to Crash Test Brummies, and 5 penalties issued, all in that first jam.
I mean,
it's got everything you want.
Absolutely,
Just add some apex jumps and you'll be set.
So, yeah, it hasn't been nearly enough apex jumps in this game so far.
So serial killer there, jamming for Chaos Engine and picking up lead jammer.
I'm told by my producer that was the highest scoring jam of the game so far.
It's also the lowest scoring jam of the game so far.
So Serial Killer, I remember Serial Killer when he used to come and ref North Wales scrims as a 15-year-old. He was so polite. He came up to me and I was reffing. He says, "So what do I call you?" And I said, "How dare you talk to me?" I didn't really know. I said, "Mr. Needson, thank you very much." So anyway, that was a 7-point jam there and calls it off. And it's back to within 4 points.
I remember Serial Killer from the showcase last year and just apparently skating in every single game. Like skating in JRDA side and MRDA side and just smashing everything.
Just smashes everything in this battle. We got an official timeout. Did we have an official review in the last game? Have we now gone 3 games without an official review? Oh, there was one.
There was every official review there could possibly be in the last game.
Must have been in the first half when
I
was at
KFC. running back and forth throughout that last game.
Got your steps in.
Got my steps in.
Yeah.
She's a skinny legend now.
So yeah, we've got all our blockers and jammers on track now. Stormy showing me the officials. There's lots of officials. You wanted me to read them out? Okay. Did I mention it's my first time on stream? Let's talk about our officials, without whom the game would not go ahead. So on skates today we have Tiny Turtleway, Jean Quad Grand Slam, Sui Stormy, not the Stormy, but the other Stormy. Either Dino or Dino, I'm not sure. Chief, Polly, Apex Twink, and Warp Gen.
And off skates, we've got Lula, Fear Leader, Sarcasm, X-Ray Ted, Pancake, Great Barrier Ref, Hannah, Mr. Trick, Evil St. Laurent, and Peacebreaker. And Satan's Dawn.
Satan's
sorry.
Dawn, yeah.
You can tell it's getting to the
I
end
don't
of
know
the
what.
day, and there's.
Well, there's a big gap on for sheet, isn't there? So maybe we've just got to pause for dramatic effect at that point.
But also, can we talk about the fact that is this Chiefs' now 4th game in a row? Didn't he ref 2? He just skated in the last one, and now he's back on the wheels to ref another one. I don't know. I don't know how he's not just a puddle on the floor.
He'll have to do it all again tomorrow because he's got the final to play in as well. So if its official timeout is still official and timing outy.
So although we don't have any more roller derby after this game today, there is still more to play tomorrow. So join us from 8:30. I know that's ridiculously early, isn't it? 8:30 tomorrow morning, as we start with the semi-finals for the WFTDA side. And it's going to be me. I'm doing that one first thing in the morning.
Yeah,
I did the first one this morning, first one tomorrow morning.
I'm doing my second ever stream feed, unless I get sacked after this one. I mean, there's a good chance of that. So
it's the danger of having your head announcer produce sat right next to you. All eyes on you, Liam.
Yeah, of course, it's my home league, North Wales, and they'll be playing the home league here, Hallam Hellcats. So that'll be a tasty game, that. So, yeah, so if North Wales win that, I'll be announcing their... Sorry, no, if North Wales lose that game, I'll be announcing their bronze medal game later on in the day. So I hope I don't announce all 3 of their games in the weekend. So, but we'll see.
You'd like the opportunity to actually be able to cheer.
Yeah, to be like very the opposite of unbiased. Well, biased, I suppose.
I mean, this time out, it's given the skaters a bit of a chance to kind of catch their breath. There's been, so far, only 2 jams, but big scores considering it's only been 2 jams. So an opportunity to just chill, have a couple of minutes.
Yeah, rethink their life choices and strategies.
The life choices that have brought them to playing in a full contact
I
sport
see
in a sweaty sports hall.
Here we go. We are about to get underway again. So it looks like Keith Ramparts for Chaos Engine and Clem Slam Dango for the Brummies, who has the lead there. A nice scissor kick through the centre there, channeling his inner Nicky Wire. Oh, and it's a power jam as well. Keith Ramparts goes to the box. Our 3rd power jam of the day. Oh, there we go. That's nice.
Just a bit of a pile up on turn 2.
A chaotic pile up.
So Keith Ramparts going off for a multiplayer?
Oh, is that what M stands for?
So Clem Slam Dango now having the opportunity to extend Chaos Engine Brummies' lead.
And Keith Ramparts returns to track, and they call the jam, so...
Picking up 6 points in the process.
Yeah, it was still in his initial pass. I'm not really sure. Unless they were trying to call it whilst he was still in the box, I don't know, but I'm not a bench coach.
We're not benches.
Well, I will be at Louisi Rider next week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know whose idea that was. Was it your idea, Stormy? I think I just wanted to keep me away from playing.
So we have got Zach the Ripper jamming for the Brummies, and it is Mobius Tripp who is lead jammer for Chaos Engine. Bit of a faster moving pack now.
Yeah, both jammers are out on this initial scoring first scoring pass. Picks up 1 point, calls for jam.
George Dawes trying to do some like kind of one-on-one pew 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 blocking there. Being like, no, I can do this by myself.
Oh, we've got Serial Killer stepping up for his 2nd jam of the day. And, oh, I know this one. Or do I? Yeah, it's Dancing Diamond, I recognise for very, very yellow leggings. So it's Dancing Diamond for the Brummies, Serial Killer for Chaos. And Dancing Diamond dances her way out to lead Jammer.
Huge, huge hit there.
So 4 rounds penalty against Smacks there.
So Serial Killer taking quite a few hits to the inside line there.
Oh, what's that?
And we've got a back block penalty being assessed on Dancing Diamond from the Brummies. So it is a power jam in favour of Serial Killer for Chaos Engine.
So have we had a power jam in every jam so far, I think?
It seems like it.
Well, the second jam started as a power jam. Oh no, we didn't have a power jam in the last jam was power jam free.
So feasibly in this jam, we could in this jam, next couple of jams, see a lead change. You know, currently only 5 points in it. Very, very close at this kind of early stage of the game.
Yeah, but Dancing Diamond has returned to track 4. Serial Killer can do too much damage. And there's Herbs picking on an 18-year-old boy.
And Dancing Diamond being sent off for another penalty, so a forearms penalty this time. So, you know, we've only got 30 seconds left of the jam, so depending on how quickly Dancing Diamond did make it to the box, we may see them start the next jam in the box. But incredible defense from Brummies there. It seems like they've been on turn 2 for the entire jam.
Oh, Serial Killer just keeps in play there. That's another 4 points. So it's a 1 point game just as Dancing Diamond returns to track and the jam goes dead. So does Dancing Diamond have any points there? No, no points. So it is a 1 point game. We could feasibly see a lead change in the next 2 minutes. Is that Zach the Ripper again, is it? No, no. Apparently I'm not very good at recognizing people from a distance. Oh, it's Darth Tato.
And it is Keith Ramparts for Chaos Engine taking the star.
Just bodies falling everywhere. You just can't see who's going to take lead jammer. Well, both of them are out, but it is Keith Ramparts who is lead. And that is our first pointless jam of the game. Not today. We've had a few. So
again, quite a few in the last game as well. There were quite a lot of scoreless jams.
In the Wiltshire game, we had one where neither jammer even complete their initial pass in 2 minutes. It was intense. A masterclass of blocking, wasn't it? And Stormy told me it's not all about the jammers. But you know, the jammers are the biggest egos, surely.
So Matt Demon taking the star for the Brummies, and that is Mobius Trip for Chaos Engine, and it is Matt Demon who is lead jammer.
Mobius Trip takes the star off and skips up the inside there and is out of the pack. Matt Demon trying to cause a bit of carnage. I think he's got around all 4 skaters that way. Definitely has now.
Lovely, lovely, swift little shoulder punch there from Matt Demon. Sending the Brummies blocker straight to the floor.
That's not a 3-wall I'd like to come up against with Smacks, Herbs, and Bruise. It's just, yeah, I think I can feel my soul seeping out of my body just looking at that 3-wall. And here comes Matt Demon with a 3rd scoring pass of a jam. So yeah, we've gone from a 1 point game now to a 13-point differential.
But we have had a star pass, and Jarvis...
Jarvis Shocker, is it? Yeah. Formerly of Knights of Oldham. He's quite a talented artist, I understand,
got
Mr.
some
Shocker.
offensive jamming. So it looks like the star was passed to Jarvis Shocker while they were actually making a scoring pass. So star needs to be on your head to be able to score the points.
Yeah, so it looks like they got 3 points from that initial pass. They've got 7 for the entire jam. But yeah, so it's a 10-point game. Oh, it looks like we're going to have a power jam start now as Matt Damon is currently residing in the penalty box.
And we've got an official review.
It's a back block against Mr. Demon.
Mr. Demon.
And Stormy's just going to go and see what's what. So it's I don't know who's called the official review.
I mean, there was quite a lot going on in that last jam, so it could be anything.
Yeah.
Could be that they want a timeout.
I mean, I can see Seth's hands moving, which suggests that he's talking. And it would make sense if he's trying to get his jammer out of the box, I guess. But
Yeah.
it's wild speculation on my part, but you know, it's the best kind of speculation. No one likes mild speculation.
Mild speculation.
Well, it appears Nukulele is playing for Chaos Engine. Doesn't seem to be on our list here. Number 145. Also plays for Arcadia.
So there's a lot of emotional support, cuddly toys here in the venue.
Oh, most definitely, yeah. We got, is it Beyonce the Triceratops?
Beyonce the Triceratops. Is it Cinnamon Roll?
Cinnamon Rolls, the weird
The
cat
long cat.
thing.
Seabiscuit the seahorse.
Absolutely.
And these emotional support cuddly toys have come in very handy today for the very, very close games that we've seen throughout the day. So, you know, at the moment, 10 points in it. So if you need your emotional support cuddly toy,
Yeah,
get 'em
now
close.
is the time
Now's the time.
to grip your emotional support teddy bear. So if any of the listeners has access to X, formerly known as Twitter, you can use the hashtag number 5, I think it's NRD for Nations Roller Derby, so we can
Hey.
have a look. So if you
Go on,
if you
Liam.
want to, if you fancy a shout out, I can see what's what. So yeah, get yourself on X.
I think Coco's winning with the emotional support cuddly toys
fact,
right now.
I have a message here from Megan Jones of Liverpool Roller
I can't
Derby.
see Coco.
That is a massive
can't
teddy
see.
bear there from Coco. You'll have to run into the camera, to be honest. You know, go stand behind the NSO.
Yeah, go stand behind the jam timer so everyone at home can see.
Left a bit.
Left a bit, Coco.
Left a lot. All the way. You're not even on the camera.
So if you're watching at home, you're going to see Coco.
So anyway, I have a couple of shout-outs, actually.
They were going to pan.
Got Megan Jones of Liverpool Roller Derby, formerly North Wales, and the Welsh national side played against the United States.
You do just know everyone, don't you?
I do. Well, I skate for North Wales, in a manner of speaking. But she says, please announce every stream ever for the rest of time. Bron Edge says, go nuke. I mean, these aren't. I told you people to go on Twitter, but here we are on my Facebook Messenger. And Rich Wild says, your beautiful voice. And he spelt your as in you are. Sorry, Rich. I just have to pick up your grammar. You know, maybe if your grammar was better, you would have broken your leg.
So, as we go back into a gameplay, we've got Matt Damon jamming for Brummies and Serial Killer jamming for Chaos Engine. So the result of that official review from the last jam, Brummies were looking to have the back block removed from Matt Damon, saying that the contact was unavoidable. After reviewing, the refs have said that the call will stand, so Brummies have lost their review for this half of the game. Thank you, Stormy.
Looks like we have a power jam now as Serial Killer is going to sit in the box.
See, I take the time to say about jammers in the box, and I miss another jammer go into the box.
I honestly didn't see Matt Damon come out of the box. I was too busy looking at Facebook Messenger, it appears. So,
Serial Killer going to the cereal box.
oh.
Ew.
I wonder what his favourite cereal is. What's your favourite cereal? I love Wheatos. And
No, I was
Nesquik.
just eating some fruit and fibre out of the box the other day.
Oh, I do like those like little crunchy ones with bits of strawberry in.
Yes, freeze-dried strawberry.
Yes, a lot of it. Like space strawberries, space ice cream. Anyway, that's Clem Slamdango.
And Serial Killer starting the jam in the penalty box from the previous jam.
He is now standing. I'm allowed to say that on stream. I can't say that in-house.
That's the joy of stream. You can say things that you're not allowed to in-house.
Yeah, I mean, I probably shouldn't say some of the things I have said.
So Serial Killer
Have to
now back
check
on
Derby
track.
Hell afterwards. So Serial Killer, star in hand, takes the inside line, sprints through.
So Seth there kind of calling to Brummies, calling off the jam as they see a Serial Killer hooning it round to come and pick up some points. We have got, is that Matt Demon sat in the box? No, that was Clem Slamdango from the previous jam, sitting in the box for the Brummies.
And it's a back block penalty, well, looks.
So it must have been assessed right at the very, very end of that jam.
And then we got Keith, the Ramparts, up jamming. I keep forgetting we've actually got a little screen on our right-hand side which tells us who's lining up, so I don't need to look across. Just look at the dark number. It's all very technical these days.
So even with the kind of power jam start, Keith Rampart's struggling so far to make out their initial and being sent off for a forearms penalty.
Yeah. Sui is selling. Yes, you definitely are.
You've definitely done something naughty. Go and take a seat, please.
I don't know, do you know this skater Bankai, but Keith Ramparts looks very much like Bankai from a distance.
But Clem Slamdango is now back on track and his lead jammer.
There's nothing more satisfying than coming out of the box and getting lead jammer when you've started in I imagine, I've never done it myself, but it looks like something that would be really quite cool. Oh, let the bodies hit the floor. Yeah, he calls a jam. Trapping Mr. Ramparts in the box for another 5 seconds, he just shouted. So
he's told everyone. He wants everyone to know how long he's got left.
It's not his job to shout 5 seconds, that's X-Ray Ted's. Don't see me stealing NSO's roles.
Oh gosh, everyone's on the pivot line. It's 2017.
Oh, yes. Oh, some people are beyond the pivot line. Oh, they're going back to the bench, that's why. So far, no one utilising Twitter to use the hashtag number 5 NRD. If you've used the word 5, then I'm not even going to bother searching for that. So your shout-out will be lost in the ether.
So we've got Zach the Ripper, lead jammer for Brummies. Throwing some quite big hits there to make their way through with one to beat.
Oh, Keith Rampart's coming on with some offensive jamming to send Zach the Ripper sprawling to the floor.
It looks like a penalty is being assessed. I can't quite tell what.
I think that I saw a back block. Yep, Zach the Ripper is heading to the penalty box. They have been assessed a back block penalty. We have an official timeout. Excuse me. I'm being informed of it. So far in the game, the Brummies have had 6 jammer penalties to Chaos's 4. It feels like so many more power jams than just 10.
But it's not necessarily reflected in the score. It's...
Yeah, I suppose 10 power jams in 15 minutes is a lot, but it just feels like more. We've got 3/4 of this game left, so people have got 45 more minutes of my voice.
And Zach the Ripper starting this jam in the penalty box from the previous jam, and that is Mobius Trip with the star for Chaos Engine.
It's a mouthful, isn't it, really?
It is.
Oh, I don't miss MRDA. So Harkness recycling Mobius all the way to the back. Mobius does have a lovely change of direction and speed on him. Oh, Zack the Ripper is back. Mobius has a lead jammer there. And Zack the Ripper is also out the pack. So both jammers now on as the scoring pass.
So Mobius Trip definitely picking up one point in that jam.
Yes, it was. Oh. Team timeout to Chaos Engine. So the score's currently 57 to 32. Big maths time. That's what, 25-point differential, is it?
Well done.
Oh yes, I went to school an obscenely long time ago. 23 years ago I left school. Are you even 23 yet, Stormy? Yeah. So let's take this time to see if anyone has gone on into the Twitterverse.
So this is the first team timeout that we've seen so far. So it feels like it's been a while since Chaos Engine have actually scored any points. They've scored one in this last jam, but it's been a fair few jams since. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 kind of scoreless jams for Chaos Engine until they've picked up this 1 point. And it's them that have called this team timeout. So we'll see if, we're going to see a kind of change, an opportunity for them to have rested up and, come back swinging, as it were, as it very much were.
So we got Dancing Diamond, and they are up against Serial Killer for the Brummies and the Chaos Engine, respectively. Serial Killer sends a grown man to the floor, skips past the strongest woman in Europe and Britain, and soon to be the world.
It's an incredible wall to be able to just jump around.
I would jump into it. Oh, we have a power jam as Dancing Diamond heading to the penalty box for a back block. You can tell you've also ref, Stormy. You do the hand signals perfectly. Such a smooth, silky back block signal.
The downside, though, is that that's a very, very strong defensive wall, and they are able to focus entirely on defense for 30 seconds. There's no one out there running offense. I mean, I'd do the same, Serial Killer. I'd do the same. I wouldn't want to get back up.
Power jam start. One of the strongest blockers in the box. Yeah. Plus, I'm really lazy, so I would have called. Oh, we got some people tripping over each other right in front of us. You didn't catch it on camera, sadly. So, Mr. Rampart's heading to the jam line.
That would be fun, though, if there was a blooper reel for roller derby.
I imagine I would feature heavily. There was when I got the cramp again in the playoff semi-final against Dorset, which you were commentating on that game.
No, we skated together.
Oh, were you skating for
Yes.
Dorset? Was it you I tried chasing out the pack and got cramp?
No,
So,
I wouldn't have jammed. So we have got Dancing Diamond, who started in the box from the previous jam for this jam, up against Keith Ramparts for Chaos Engine.
I have to say that's one of the nicest games I've ever skated in. When Stormy's pointing at something. Oh, lead jammer for Dancing. I want to say Diamond Dodge, but that was Wiltshire.
Wrong game, wrong team.
Keith Ramparts. Oh, I thought a foot went out there. No, referees disagree.
It almost
Stormy
looks
says no
like
as
they
well,
were
so-
kind of helped out with that little hit, actually.
Yeah. The demand to call it comes from a bench. Some nice side surfing there from George Dawes. Again, not caught on camera.
I mean, it's incredibly kind of low scores for the fact that we've had 20 minutes, and it's still very close as well. It's like, what, 23 points?
Yeah, it is 23. So, and so only 1 point in that last jam itself. So, another timeout of some description. Looks like Smacks is going for a sit down in a penalty box. So that's Smacks is on 5 penalties. 10 minutes left in the first half.
I mean, Chaos Engine so far having a relatively clean game. You mentioned obviously Smacks being on 5, whereas Chaos Engine no one on more than 2 penalties so far.
Yeah, Chaos Engine have 9 penalties for the entire game so far to the 18 for Crash Test Brummies, so literally twice as many.
So we have got Darth Tato taking the star for the Brummies, and that is Mobius Trip taking the star again for Chaos Engine. But Darth Tato making it out just that little bit faster to pick up lead jammer. But seeing a bit of a faster pack than we've seen in the recent jams. Has Herb's got light up wheels?
Yeah, he does indeed have light up wheels. I wasn't sure if it was light up wheels or just his trucks who was making sparks on the floor.
He's taken his light up wheels to the box, whatever they are.
I'm told Darth Tato is a Team Ireland skater. So we have a few internationals on show, like obviously Smacks represented West Indies at the last World Cup. What's his name? Young serial killer represented GB at the recent Junior World Cup. I believe Java Shocker was also rostered for Team Ireland. I don't know whether it was for the World Cup that didn't quite get round to going ahead.
So Mobius Trip being sent to the penalty box for a cut track penalty. So power jam in favour of Darth Tato for Crash Test Brummies.
I believe Ewaki Horror has also represented Ireland at a World Cup. Oh, and Java Shocker sent to the ground by Darth Tato.
So Darth Tato on 20 points so far this jam. 10 seconds left. Is he going to get any more?
I get 1 or 2. There's 1. Or is it? No, it's a cut track.
However many points he's got, he's off to the box. Darth Tato being assessed a penalty. Can't quite recall what that was.
It was a cut track on the far side here. So with 27 points, that was our highest jam of the game so far. 8 minutes left with 70. Oh no, they added an extra point on there, so it was a 28-point jam and a team timeout to the Brummies. So it is now 79-42. I've been asked to inform people that there is a Manchester mashup in Salford on the 23rd of September. Rainy, MRD, which I think is Manchester, and Arcadia, all friends, in brackets, I don't have Twitter. So I'm like Ron Burgundy, I will read absolutely everything you write.
So we are coming out of this team timeout with just under 8 minutes left of this first half of this final game, day 1.
Smacks is currently on 6 penalties, so any more for Smacks and that will be an early night for her. Of course, she'll be allowed to play again tomorrow in what's currently looking highly likely to be the final, unless we have a dramatic turnaround.
Well, there we have Serial Killer picking up lead jammer for Chaos Engine.
I mean, if you're going to have a dramatic turnaround, getting a lead jammer is the best way to start it on a power jam.
But Darth Tato, Serial Killer being taken to the back of the pack. Chaos Engine blockers trying to stop that recycle, but not being entirely successful.
And Darth Tato making his way back to track with his star in his hand. Will he pass? Will he stash? No one knows.
Serial Killer picking up 4 points on that first scoring pass.
Has he gone straight back to the penalty box for a cut track? Yes, he has. So another 30 seconds for Serial Kill to play with, and there's another 4 points to eat into that total. We're now up to 50 points for Chaos Engine.
So this will be really good for Chaos Engine because we kind of approach the end of the first half to have those kind of some bigger scoring jams from them. You know, when you've got an opportunity to kind of sit down for 10 minutes and kind of relax.
Build up a bit of momentum. So there is a jammer and 2 Brummies blockers in the box. So Serial Killer looks absolutely shattered, calls a jam. So they will be starting with a power jam and only 2 blockers between them and lead jammer. So it's Keith Ramparts with the responsibility of taking lead and trying to rack up a few points there. So that's a 12-point jam to 0. So is that? Yeah. So yeah, I was thinking
Chaos Engine's biggest scoring jam so far. And we are going into an official timeout. So big shout out to all of our officials, not just in this game today, but across all the crews over this weekend. Absolutely would not be able to play this wonderful, wonderful sport without all of the officials. As well.
Especially in this heat, there's absolutely no respite for the officials. If you're a skater, you can go have a sit down for, I don't know, roughly a third of the game.
So Keith Ramparts with the star for Chaos Engine and Darth Tato starting the jam in the penalty box. And it is Keith Ramparts who is lead jammer for Chaos Engine.
Oh, and currently only 1 blocker on track. And well, now another couple have arrived, but can't stop Keith going past them. But at least have a decency to wall up in front of him again.
Some lovely kind of lateral footwork from Keith Ramparts, even though he's being taken all the way back to the back of the pack.
Darth Tato has returned to track with his star in his hand. Just trying to shuffle past Jarvis. Shocker does so and is eligible to pick up some points.
So we're going to...
Oh.
I was about to ask if we were going to see a forced call-off. That's not going to be the case.
No. Oh, in fact, okay. Goes from bad to worse for Mr. Ramparts. He took the star off when he was lead jammer, and I was going to sit down in the penalty box as well. So if you do want a dramatic comeback, that's not really the way to go about it. So we're going to have the full 2 minutes, which we've got 36 seconds left.
Lovely, lovely hit there from Assault and Pepper from Chaos Engine on Darth Tato, hitting him to the outside and making him give it another go. Give it another go. But Brummies seeming to do a really good job of keeping that Chaos Engine wall fairly split.
They're very compact and they cause a lot of chaos in the wall themselves. So.
But Keith Ramparts now back on track. So we won't see a power start going into this next jam. We've seen quite a few so far this half. But as we go into jam 18, the score stands at 57 to Chaos Engine, 87 to Brummies. Still very much everything to play for. It's
still only 30 points between them.
Exactly.
If you have a couple of really big power jams for Chaos Engine, this could be flipped on its head.
Absolutely. We've seen 12-point jams so far from Chaos Engine, and if we see a couple more of those, then, you know, absolutely, this is well within their reach. So we've got Rolling for Soup, I believe first time taking the star for Chaos Engine up against Matt Demon for the Brummies, but it is Matt Demon who picks up lead jammer.
Rolling for Soup's, not quite out of the box. Pack is red, right and bruise, sent him to
some fancy...
Well, I thought it sent him out, but apparently not.
Some fancy 1 foot backward skating though.
I mean, going forwards is absolutely overrated. I mean, anyone can go forward. Even I can go forward.
Who wants to look where they're going? Ugh, gross. So with 2.5 minutes or thereabouts left on the period clock, we have got Brummies starting with a slight pack advantage with one of the Chaos Engine blockers in the box, and that is Clem Slamdango making easy work of that pack on their initial. And Serial Killer being sent off track for a cut track penalty. So if that initial pass is anything to go by, it may well be a fairly high-scoring jam for Brummies, especially with another Chaos Engine blocker being sent off track. So that's Max Achillean.
Yeah, Barbell is heading back to track, but they're still... Well, they're now being goated at the back of the pack, so there's currently only 2 blockers for where's his name? I've lost it. Clem Slamdango.
So we've still got over a minute left of this jam, and Clem's already on 12 points. And making it look easy.
How do when jammers make it look easy?
It just makes us look bad, doesn't it?
I mean, I make myself look bad. I don't need their help. But, you know, jamming's really difficult, especially if you're not a very good skater and you're really unfit. Oh, my goodness.
So we have got Serial Killer back on track and Clem Slamdango calling the jam, picking up 20 points.
Although that's only Brummies' second highest individual score, it is the highest differential we've had in a jam so far. It was 22-0. They did score 21 earlier, but shipped 7 in that jam. So
I would be remiss as an announcer not to mention that the Brummies have passed the century.
Oh, indeed they have. 1-1-1.
Are you an announcer if you don't mention it?
Absolutely, you have to announce it. If you're in-house, you have to do it in the most exuberant fashion possible.
So taking the star for the Brummies is Dancing Diamond, and that is Keith Ramparts taking the star for Chaos Engine.
Oh, and Herbs is heading to the penalty box. I have to say, I didn't recognise Herbs when he came up to me, because I'm not used to seeing him having hair. I don't know where all that's come from. He's turned into a Yeti since I last saw him.
And Keith Ramparts picking up lead jammer status, taking about 35 seconds, a bit longer than we're used to seeing in these kind of more recent jams where, you know, that lead jammer status has been assessed a fair bit quicker.
So Dancing Diamond has stashed a star and is out herself now. Keith Ramparts receives a call to call it. And does he do it in time? Yep, just in time to stop any points there. But now whoop. And we have a 50-point game, considering it was only 30 not so long ago. And that is half-time.
That is half-time. That's gone very quickly.
It has indeed. Probably not for people at home, but for me it has.
We've had it all. We've had penalties. We've had big scoring jams. We've had scoreless jams.
Have we had a jammer switcheroo yet? I know we have had both jammers in the box in the same jam, but I don't think we've actually swapped over at any point yet. I could be wrong, but
that's what we want to see in the next half. Jammer
indeed.
switcheroos, please.
Yes, and a lead change. I know it's unlikely to happen with 50 points, but you never know. So, anyway, we have 9 minutes until the second half, so go get a cup of tea, maybe some Oreos.
Oh, Oreos.
A bowl of Wheatos in honor of Serial Killer. I'll ask him what his favourite cereal is at halftime, see what he has to say for himself, and yeah.
I expect feedback. We will be back in around 8 minutes, so catch you then.
Tatty bye.
So, we're going to be back to more roller derby action in about 40 seconds, but we've got a few stats to share with you from our lovely, lovely producer, Stormy. So far in this first half, in terms of jammer penalties, Brummies are sitting on 9, Chaos Engine with 7. But in terms of kind of lead jammer percentage, I'm not going to talk percentages because I'm not doing maths, but Brummies with 11 lead jammers, and Chaos Engine with 8. So yes, Brummies are picking up lead more, but they playing dirty to get them.
Yeah, we're also putting 20-point passes in, 20-point jams in when they do get leads, so which helps, I guess. So I did manage to actually catch up with Serial Killer in the break to ask him what his favourite cereal was.
Oh, come on.
And he told me every cereal, every single one. And I said, what, even Rice Krispies? And he says, especially Rice Krispies. I said, even cornflakes? He said, especially cornflakes.
What, they're like plain, boring
and I said to him, do you need
cereals.
sugar on your cornflakes? Because I can't eat cornflakes without sugar. They are disgusting. And he told me that he actually puts honey on his cornflakes.
Just get Frosties at that point.
Yeah.
They're great.
Speaking of great, we've got Matt Demon against Keith Rampart, and Matt Demon is straight into lead jammer. Oh, Keith Rampart sent to the floor by Red, White, and Bruce. And looks like that has been called for an injury. Not what we like to see.
So no points in that last jam. Very, very short jam. Jam nonetheless.
They all count as real jams.
So I'm just admiring the attire that we've got going on from both teams. I say both teams. I think Brummies are doing most of the work on the attire front.
Yeah, I think Chaos have got just completely black leggings and shorts, whereas I can see some lovely smiley faces on Herbs' legs.
Herbs' legs, big old smiley faces. He's got his light up, flashy wheels.
Yeah, it's a nice pair of red leggings on Zach the Ripper there. I can't quite make out what the pattern is.
I think it was Trauma in one of the games earlier, had like the glitteriest, sparkliest skates ever.
So, of course, not to mention, Fimbo Party Killer has some pretty leggings on at the moment. Some swirly, fractal malarkey going on there. And of course, they played for Oxford earlier on the WFTDA side.
They did, and they were awarded Best Jammer as well. So going from jamming for Oxford to blocking predominantly for Brummies this evening. It's not even afternoon, this is evening now.
Oh, yes. We've gone through the afternoon and into the twilight hours.
So we have got Clem Slamdango jamming for the Brummies up against the Rice Krispies lover, Serial Killer for Chaos Engine. So far, no one being awarded lead jammer. Curse off the announcer! Serial Killer picking up lead jammer.
So going back to Fimbo Party Killer, they're quite lucky that Oxford went out, really. Otherwise, they would be playing 5 games this weekend.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
2 was bad enough, like playoffs 4 years ago.
So Serial Killer calling the jam, but not before picking up 3 points for Chaos Engine, bringing the score to 64 to Chaos Engine, 111 for the Brummies. Going into this jam, we have got the pivot from Brummies sitting in the penalty box, so Chaos Engine starting with an ever so slight pack advantage.
That's Rolling for Soup, second time with the star today. And against Dancing Diamond. Dancing Diamond trying to creep up the outside line on her toe stops. And they do creep up the outside line, but not without putting a foot into touch. And it is a power jam now to Chaos Engine. And Rolling for Soup goes around Herbs' fancy pants. And it's knocked off the track, actually, so...
He's knocked off. No pass, no penalty being gesticulated by the refs.
Yeah, but they already had lead jammer assist to them, and it wasn't scoring pass, but hey. Now it's a scoring pass. We can see some points. Hopefully, some points.
So Dancing Diamonds now making their way back onto the track, still on their initial, still their initial to complete before they will be able to pick up any points for the Brummies, but being taken back, bit of a short recycle. There we go,
Yeah,
Dancing
the toe stop work
Diamond.
we looked for.
Soup deciding to call off the jam, picking up another 3 points for Chaos Engine. I think that's 2 3-point jams for Chaos Engine in a row.
Indeed, it's a 3 jams into the second half. Brummies yet to score a single point in the second half so far.
Just keep chipping away with 3-point jams.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
Ooh.
I mean, like 44 points. So yeah, you have 12 jams where you win 3-0. You might eventually get into the lead.
That's not what you want, though, is it? You don't want Darth Tato just coming out and just running along, picking up lead jammer. But we have got Iwaki Horror jamming for Chaos Engine. First time we've seen them take the star so far in this game. Very, very dynamic skater, very quick with the hits, not afraid to go headfirst into those blockers, making it out of the pack on their initial.
Ooh, Darth Tato calls it in, but is it too late to stop Ewok? No, just in time to stop Ewok getting a point there.
But being forced to call it off.
Absolutely,
it's
yeah.
Still,
and for only 2 points as well. So.
Yeah, it's still very positive for Chaos Engine, that they're forcing those calls.
Well, we have an official review. Stormy's going to go and have a look at what is what there.
So Chaos Engine calling that official review. So this being the last game of the day, Liam, what has been your highlight of the day so far?
Well, I know I am biased because, I am attached to North Wales.
Of course you are.
But that, for me, has been the best game of the day. Followed very closely by, what was the game it followed? Oxford-Manchester.
Oxford-Manchester.
Oxford raced into quite a healthy lead, and Manchester clawed it back to, was it level at half-time, wasn't it? I think it was 92 apiece.
We went into the Oxford-Manchester game at half-time. It was a tie game, and I was on the stream for that one as well, and was I on stream? No, I was doing house. And me and Coco were just going crazy because it was stressful.
There was lead change after lead change after lead change. Far too many lead changes in it. You just don't get that many lead changes in roller derby. And Manchester eventually just ran away with it. In the end, it was quite a convincing win for them. So they're playing Wiltshire tomorrow. So that means that North Wales will play either Manchester or Wiltshire, either in the gold medal or the bronze medal game. And both teams are rivals as sort. I mean, we played Manchester in our division. I was surprised we actually took the win in that game. I was expecting Manchester to win that, but we won that, again, reasonably comfortably. Wiltshire, we've got a lot of history with over the last few years.
And don't we know it?
Yeah.
Don't we know it?
And if we happen to meet them this time, that'll be the third playoffs in succession where we've met Wiltshire. And they've beaten us both times previously.
So was it 2018 as well?
Yeah. So they knocked us out in the quarterfinals in 2018, beat us in the final in 2019. Obviously, nothing happened between 2019 and now. So, I have told Wiltshire it is our turn to win if we do face off.
So we are going back into some action with Serial Killer taking the star for Chaos Engine and Zach the Ripper with the star for the Crash Test Brummies. We are just waiting on confirmation as to what that official review was about, but we can see that Chaos Engine have lost their official review. So they were looking for the called a review about a hit by an unknown skater at an unknown point. Such description. But, needless to say, if you can't give that level of information to the officials, you can't say, who did what at a certain point on track at a certain time in the jam. Yeah, you're not going to win it.
I mean, it's fair to say that I imagine a skater hit someone at some point on the track. So, I mean, if we're thinking about it like that, the law of probability say it did happen, but it was probably legal or not, who knows. Anyway, what's your highlight for the weekend been, other than that official review?
Is it just a bit abstract to say that everything's not necessarily been as one would have expected? It's kept me on my toes, and I've been watching every game. I've watched all 6 games today, and there have been things that I've just thought, I wasn't expecting that today. You know, whether that's, you know, the type of gameplay, the way the games have gone.
We have a power jam. It's going to be a 1-minute power jam, in fact.
Yeah,
an insubordination penalty called against Rolling for Soup there. So, and the Brummies have called it. So they will have 1 minute to press home their advantage now. So we did have a star pass, which resulted in Rolling for Soup getting the jam penalty, the helmet cover. Sorry, and yeah.
And Brummies picking up 8 points in that last jam. So score currently standing at 67 to 121. Nice healthy lead now for the Brummies, which only going to be kind of compounded by the fact that Rolling for Soup is sitting at 2 penalties at the start of this jam.
And Clem Slamdango has lead jammer, and there is a Chaos blocker heading to the box, so that will help his cause. Ewok Ihara currently being goated at the back. Not afraid to get stuck in as Ewok shoves the jammer off track and goes back for more. Not short on spirit as Ewok.
Thembo being sent to the penalty box for a forearms penalty. So Clem up there between turns 3 and 4 with 1 to beat, and just as I say that, a whole wealth of blockers come to assist.
I mean, considering Chaos only had 3 blockers on track at that point, to have only let in 4 points on a 1-minute power jam, and they called the jam before the Chaos Jammers got anywhere near engaging the pack on their initial pass, let alone getting out of it. So again, you know, I'm not a bench coach, so I can't really criticize. Stormy's mouthing, I am, but she's not criticizing. It's like Homer Simpson says, it's fun to, it's easy to criticize and also very fun. So
Stormy can't criticize, her mic's not turned on.
I mean, I could say anything. Like Stormy, I could be accusing her of anything. I mean, she's now stood on the table throwing water bottles at the track, and you can't prove she's not.
So both jammers taking a bit of a tumble to the outside there. We've got Dancing Diamond taking the star for the Brummies and Rolling for Soup with the star for Chaos Engine. 25 seconds in, lead still open. There we go. Rolling for Soup making it out first, but one of the blockers from Brummies going for that chase down, but not being entirely successful.
Although it says Rolling for Soup, that looks very much like Keith Ramparts to me. And it's a track cut has been assessed against Dancing Diamond, so that is a power jam. Keith Ramparts asks, what am I doing? What am I doing? Jamming, I assume. You want to get past those people in the black tops as many times as you can.
Big hit there from Thembo on Keith Ramparts. So yes, on your screen it does say that Rolling for Soup is jamming for Chaos Engine, but it is Keith Ramparts.
Very thoroughly calls that jam off, just to make sure. So it will be a short power jam start to Chaos Engine. Dancing Diamond currently stood in a penalty box, so less than 10 seconds on that. A timeout for Team White. So what's your highlight of the day been so far, Stormy? Us announcing right now, wow, you have really low standards. I mean, to be fair, Smash is sort of raising the standard here. I haven't checked X, formerly known as Twitter, recently. Let's see if anyone is engaging us on there. Kevin Tierney says Serial Killer is terrifying with his amazing footwork and his youth and fully functioning ligaments.
Youth and ligaments.
Youth and ligaments.
That's, yeah.
In fact, Kevin Tierney appears to be the only person who ever uses the hashtag 5NRD, so there's a good chance he's not even actually watching the stream and he's just randomly tweeting and using that hashtag. So, anyone at home want to add anything? Oh, someone called Amy. Has anyone else lost sound on the stream? Well, I hope for your sake you have, Amy. 6 minutes ago, apparently.
Maybe it's just as well you've got.
If anyone can hear me,
Twitter.
who has my Facebook Messenger, send me a message and say, yes, I can hear you. Please. I know, it might just be Amy, I don't know. Like,
Turn your speakers on, Amy. Amy can't hear me telling her to turn her speakers on. But as we go into this next jam, Dancing Diamond is making their way back onto track. They did start in the penalty box, and it is Serial Killer with his fully functioning ligaments and youth picking him up. Lead, jammer. No, smash, go home, you're drunk. No pass, no penalty on Serial Killer. So lead is still open for Dancing Diamond of Brummies.
just goes to show that ligaments aren't everything.
But Serial Killer, you know, might not be lead, but he's coming for your points.
It's a very full-looking penalty box there for the Brummies. So currently 2 in the box, 1 in the queue, and yeah, so we still haven't got a lead jammer because Dancing Diamond is still on their initial pass.
Serial Killer just looking so chill about everything though, just skating around, hands on hips, like, yeah, I'm coming for your points. What you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
Block me? Like to see you try.
He's like looking at Herbs now thinking, look, I've got 30 years left in my career. Like, so.
We have seen a star pass, Dancing Diamond handing off the start doom for the Brummies. Serial Killer, yeah, you got ligaments, but you have been hit out to the outside. You're going to be taken back to the back of the pack. Give that another go. Brummies managing to kind of clear that penalty box a bit. I've spoken too soon. There's 2 going to sit down. Think about what you've done.
Think about it. Do it again. Oh, in fact, let's have a look. Oh, we've got 3 Brummies on 6 penalties now.
That is Serial Killer picking up another 4 points. This is closing the gap. There's still 17 and a half minutes left, and that's 39. That's more than that now.
Brummies currently have 3 players on 6 penalties, 1 player on 5 penalties. So we could conceivably have 4 foul outs in the next 5 minutes.
And Chaos Engine, no skaters on more than 3 penalties.
In fact, it's just the 1 of 3, which is key for Ramparts. And that was Chaos's highest scoring jam of the game so far. So 20 points there for Serial Killer. Just goes to show, maybe I should start putting honey on my cornflakes and I might be a half-decent jammer. This is where I've been putting honey on pizza, which is surprisingly nice. So it's, yeah, trust me, do it.
No, I'm not questioning you. I am. So, toasted bagel.
Okay, I like where you started.
Cream cheese.
I'm not a massive cheese fan, but carry on.
And then honey like drizzled over the top. So like Aldi at the moment have got this like whipped cream cheese. It's extra fluffy and goodness. And then little tiny pistachios crumbled over the top. Don't bring your pistachios into the venue though. If you are coming tomorrow,
you both
Stormy.
disgust me.
Stormy,
Well,
what's your
which
beef
part
with
of
honey?
that disgusts you? You don't like honey. Why do you hate bees? Bees do so much for us. But
We've broken Stormy.
have you tried honey on pizza? No. Well, it's delicious.
One of the big
Pineapple
chains
will never
did-
go on pizza, but honey, oof, yes.
One of the big chains did do a honey, like it was like spicy. I think it had like chilies and honey.
Oh yeah. I had one from Prezzo's for my leaving do my last job, and I was like, okay, I'll see what it's like, and it was lovely. So I now drizzle honey all over my Aldi double pepperoni pizza.
My leaving do for my last job, we went to a place called Dive Bar, and I was really excited thinking it was going to be a dive bar because I wanted to not spend much money. No, it was a fancy bar that's themed to diving.
Oh, right.
And I was like no.
Tom Daly.
No,
Or
like
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Also, no. There were like sharks on the wall and stuff.
Oh,
It's like
that kind of diving, right?
Underwater
Okay.
themed bar. And I was like,
Well, speaking of underwater themes, we have the Great Barrier Reef, who's one of North Wales's trainee refs,
and also, we're all underwater because it's so gosh darn hot in here. We're all sweating.
and it just makes me think of that busted song, The Year 3000. Say, not much has changed, but we live underwater. So that's a pretty fundamental change. You know.
There's more derby going on now. We've talked bagels, we've talked honey, but what we're talking about now is Darth Tato picking up lead jammer for Brummies so quickly. We've got Keith Ramparts taking the start for Chaos Engine.
So I think the sound on the feed must be working because Bron has told me that she's hungry now. So, I mean, that would just be a really random statement if she hadn't heard our conversation. What are you guys doing for tea afterwards? Mackie's, I went for a KFC earlier. That was blooming boiling. We're going some more called commune apparently. So
Keith Ramparts has gone for a stash of the star. Are we going to see him pass it off? Who can say?
He's a loose cannon. Can't even see his pivot. I think his pivot's the one in with star in his hand actually. So we did pass it off. That's Jarvis Shocker. 12-0. So that's 53 points in it. Well, apparently the audio never went away, so yeah, people have just had our inane ramblings for the last, well, 45 minutes, really, isn't it?
You're
15
welcome.
more minutes to go.
So we've got Zach the Ripper, who is lead jammer for the Brummies, and it is Iwaki Horror taking the start for Chaos Engine.
Oops.
He's taken the star, but he's also taken it off.
I love Ewok's energy. I wish I had, like, Ewok's energy, just especially in proportion as I'm about 2 foot taller. It's waving that star around, but Pivot doesn't seem interested in taking it. Oh, just when he thought it was out, he's into the sidings.
Matt Demon taking him all the way back to the back of the pack. Going to give that Brummies wall another crack.
Jack the Ripper now on a third scoring pass. Making light work of that. Barbell gets a direction penalty there on Matt Demon. Ewok still plugging away there.
So 2 blockers from the Brummies sat in the box now, so maybe a bit of an opportunity for Iwaki Horror
Ooh,
to
the third one
bring
is
some back.
heading towards the box, and the fourth stumbles, so Ewok is now out of the pack and almost certainly going to score points because I can't see Zach the Ripper calling the jam with 2 blockers in the box.
Kind of heard the Brummies bench say,
Plus he's got 20 points, he's going for a record here.
I mean, with 15 seconds to go, absolutely feasible.
I mean, what is the highest scoring jam we've had all day? I mean, Stormy's got
All
little black book. Have we had over 24 points in a single jam?
I don't think we've hit a 30. I don't think we've hit a 30-point jam so far.
Oh, we're definitely not going to hit it now. So how many did we get there? Oh, I think we only got 23 then. So
Only
20.
Liam.
Only. I
You
mean,
go do a 24-point jam. Go
look,
on.
I have not scored 24 points in my entire career. So like
Let alone in
accumulated.
one game, let alone in one jam.
No, if I've scored 12 points in my entire career, I would be shocked. So. Oh, looks like we have had a foul out. And it's George Dawes. Oh, what are the scores, George Dawes? 7 penalties.
So we have got Clem Slamdango jamming for the Brummies, and that is Keith Ramparts taking the star for Chaos Engine.
Considering Smacks was on 6 penalties with 10 minutes left to go in the first half, she's got half an hour without having a single penalty now. So.
So Keith Ramparts being taken back to the pivot line to try again on their initial, by the looks of it.
Nice and steady is the call from the Brummie bench. Always good advice, really, isn't it? Someone's going to the box. It's rolling for soup, rolling towards the box. Apparently only their 3rd penalty of the day. I'm sure one of them hasn't been recorded.
Keith Ramparts just taking a knee there. It's like,
says, I am done now.
I don't want you to hit me, so I'm going to stay down because you will get a penalty if you hit me as a down skater. And we have got just over 11 minutes of this final game of the first day of this tournament. And we have got Dancing Diamond taking the star for the Brummies, and that is Serial Killer for Chaos Engine.
Dancing Diamond currently on 5 penalties, so both jammers off track as we speak.
Brilliant reforming there from the Chaos Engine blockers, seeing Dancing Diamond down and just being like, right, let's reform here. Let's stop them going any further.
Absolutely textbook. So 40 seconds in so far, still a no lead jammer. Oh, and yeah, words. Dancing Diamond, that's the one I was trying to force a way through. Oh, Dancing Diamond is lead jammer now. Off comes the helmet cover for Serial Killer. And down the outside he goes.
I want to say, I think that might be the first lead jammer for Dancing Diamond.
It is. That is well recognised.
Second, I've been
There's
corrected.
There was one. Oh no, there's one in 3rd.
Consider me sufficiently shut up.
I think you should hang your head in shame.
I am currently. You just can't see because there's no camera on us.
Absolutely. So 9.5 minutes ago, 175 to Crash Test Brummies, 94 to Chaos Engine. So, yeah. 80 points in 10 minutes. Do you reckon it's doable? No.
I've seen things that suggest it is doable. Maybe not in this game. Not when you got Daft Tato jamming for the Brummies.
No. Well, maybe they're about to show us how to score 80 points in 10 minutes.
He's one zoomy boy.
So, of course, the Brummies finish first in their division and are looking highly likely to play the Inhuman League, who finished first in their division. So, it's as you would expect for 2 top teams facing off against each other.
But that's not necessarily, that's not what we've seen throughout the day in the other games.
In fact, in the women's, WFTDA section, only 2 of the division winners have actually progressed to the semi-finals, which were Hallam and North Wales. After that, it was the second place teams were the victors in all of their games.
So Jarvis Shocker there attempting the it has been. It's been completed.
Yeah, Salt and Pepper has the star at the back of a pack, which really isn't where you want to receive a star pass, is it? But they call me old-fashioned, but I like to receive the star at the front of the pack where I don't have to do any work. Oh, and the Salt and Pepper has winded themselves by the looks of it.
That was a big hit to attempt to kind of make their way through. So we are just going to take a brief moment to make sure that everyone is all good. But like I said, we have got more roller derby tomorrow, and we've got a bit of a different setup than we've had at previous playoffs. So everything is all on one track here in Sheffield. So there's no need to decide what track you want to watch. You can just stay watching the same stream.
You can binge us. Well, you don't have to choose. You just get some pizza in, put some honey on it.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to bring honey in tomorrow, Stormy.
Maybe some cream cheese and a bagel.
But no pistachios.
No, absolutely no pistachios.
Nut allergies abound.
Absolutely. So first up tomorrow we have is North Wales against Hallam, followed by Wiltshire versus Manchester. And then is it the men's bronze medal game after that? Which is obviously Kent versus whoever happens to lose this one. So with a 90-something point differential, it's probably going to be Kent against Chaos. Oh, Kevin Tierney's at it again. Darth Tato has gotten so good, he should change his name to Jedi Master Anakin.
Jedi Master.
Oh, it's just... Well, the only problem is that Anakin didn't actually receive the position of Jedi Master, but, you know.
Well, I never noticed this about myself, which is crazy. So my name is Smash, and my skater number is 314. And one of my teammates, Corporal Hits, said to me a couple of weeks ago, he's like, Smash, you know what I've just realised? Your name and number is Pie and Smash. And I was like, I mean, yes, I chose 314 because Pie, but it never occurred to me that it's Pie and Smash.
That is so crazy, just my work. Pie.
Was that sounded like Weeble and Bob?
It was Weeble and Bob.
Was it Bob? Yes.
I'm so glad someone actually understands that reference.
I was around in 2004, 5, 6.
Actually, Weeble and Bob was the basis of my first marriage. Yeah. So I got a Weeble and Bob plushie from my ex-wife when we first... the Badger video is 20 years old.
Stop it.
Wow.
Oh, wow, it would be.
That means I must have watched it when it first came out, which makes me like actually on time for something.
I remember watching it in my first ICT lesson of secondary school. So yeah, that does. Those stars are aligning. Badger, 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 mushroom.
I heard some of the announcers earlier mentioning salad fingers, which is there's Jamie giving us a wave. Maz doesn't want to wave. She's just pretending she can't see us.
I'm trying to think of other... So a little bit later than the kind of like Weeble and Bob, Salad Fingers, Badger, there was big fan of Charlie the Unicorn.
Charlie the Unicorn.
Kelly with shoes.
Charlie.
Oh my God. Shoes. Let's get some
llamas
shoes.
with hats. Yes, I was coming into my head. Carl.
Oh, just perpetually on YouTube. Clearly.
Yes. Oh, hey, that's my least favourite thing to do. Yeah, my kids love llamas and hats. And it got a bit weaker as it went on, really. It should have ended a bit sooner when they started making it a continuous story. And, yeah.
Again, a little bit later, but on the tangent that is YouTube. Anyone familiar with the most popular girls in school?
Sounds vaguely familiar, but...
So it's like they've taken Barbies
Okay.
and it's like stop motion animation, but like it's like Mean Girls, but so much more, and it's Barbies in animation. I'll send you guys a link.
Okay,
I'll show you.
that's how my evening's going to be going. I do want to be in bed by 10 o'clock because I do have a 8:30 start tomorrow, but I will probably be up till 1 o'clock in the morning
We
watching...
all do.
We all have.
Of us do.
In fact, we do, yeah. And Snoogs, yeah. So, yeah.
Uncle Snoogs is still here.
Yeah, I'm on a stream first thing tomorrow morning, so you people better hope it's a really interesting game, or else I'm going to talk rubbish. Stormy's their lift.
Uncle Snoogs is still here. Because... Are you Grandad Stormy? Grandma Stormy. Sorry.
Does that make me like the embarrassing uncle that you really don't
Creepy
want to...
uncle.
Creepy uncle, yeah.
Creepy Uncle Liam.
Yeah,
Creepy Uncle needs some.
I think I've sweated off maybe half a stone today, and my trousers are really struggling to stay up without a belt, which is quite
That
unfortunate.
just adds to it.
So. It's all right. I will go out and eat. I will put that half stone back on for tomorrow. Don't you worry.
It'll be all that honey on that pizza.
Never have too much honey on pizza. Oh,
Unless you're
pineapple on
Stormy.
pizza. What's your opinion on that?
Oh, I don't get the hate, but I also don't get the hype. Like, I'm very much in the middle on that.
Okay, change the subject. Crocs. What do you think about them?
Here we go. This. I have got platform Crocs.
Oh, okay. I respected you.
No, you didn't. Don't lie. Don't lie to me. You
I
never
respect
respected
everyone
me
from Dorset. I've never met anyone from Dorset, but I didn't like.
until you met me.
Oh, you've got Hot Mess Express at Dorset now, haven't you?
Yes, we have. I fully broke them on Thursday.
Oh, that's really disappointing because they're one of my favourite people.
I didn't break her because she is so
Unbreakable.
strong. She is unbreakable. But we had a scrim night on Thursday, and I was jamming. I went all the way around, and her chest was open, and I was like, "This is the only way I'm getting through." And she fell down quite hard.
I love Zoe. I've known Zoe since she was fresh meat at Evolution Roller Derby, and we used to have this tradition where we would tap each other's helmets together. And one day we did it without helmets on, and it really hurt.
Yeah, I was at a party a few months ago, and we had like those kind of cone paper party hats.
Oh yeah.
On our heads, like middle of forehead, like a unicorn. And me and Cherry Dropyer from Dorset Roller Girls, we were like swinging our unicorn horns together, and we ended up missing it and fully like audible clunk. And on that note, we're gonna.
The game has finished.
The game has
It
finished.
is. It's like the referees thought we don't want less than 7 more minutes of these people talking. But a fun fact, apparently, Big Whoop has medical advice. Hi, Herbs, I love you. Big Whoop has... You didn't foul out. You spent half an hour without a penalty, which just goes to show why didn't you do that for the first half an hour, Smacks? You could have skated a clean game if you wanted. You just chose not to. You chose violence.
I should just stay as brace. This is what I'm deciding.
You should stay. Brace tomorrow in the final. Brace to gold. Anyway, Big Whoops has medical advice that he cannot wear Crocs. I've seen him wearing Crocs. Has he since...
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Do you think I could speak to his doctor and get out for Skatey and Maz for North Wales? Because they line dance in Crocs, which is the most disturbing thing you will ever see.
I might wear my Crocs tomorrow. I've got a pair in the boot in my
Okay.
car. I might put my Crocs on.
So if you hear me dry heaving on the stream tomorrow, you will know why.
They're not my platform ones. They're my.
Oh, okay. Well, that's disappointing. I think go big or go home.
I can't drive from Bournemouth to Sheffield in platform Crocs.
Well,
That's dangerous.
you can get some flats for the drive and then change when you get you. Do I have to think of everything? Anyway, it looks like the game is over now. Stormy is saying shut up. The people at home are logging off as we speak.
They're
We
ordering
will-
their honey pizzas.
Yeah, we will be back at 8:30 tomorrow morning for North Wales versus Wiltshire. And I hope you have a lovely evening.
We'll see you tomorrow. I've been Smash,
I've been Liam Needson.
and we've been joined by Stormy producing for us, and we'll see you all lovely people tomorrow.
Thanks, Stormy.
Love you, bye.
Bye.